Wyoming just made a move that sent shockwaves through crypto Twitter. They didn't choose Bitcoin, they didn't choose Ethereum, they chose HBAR, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. While everyone's been sleeping on Hedera, a US state just handed them the keys to their digital currency future. And this isn't just about adoption. This is about HBAR potentially breaking out of its current correction toward targets that could make early holders very, very happy. The Wyoming Stable Token Commission just announced Hedera as the 8th blockchain network supporting their stablecoin, FRNT, the Frontier Stable Token. Now before you roll your eyes thinking another stablecoin story, hold up. This isn't some random DeFi experiment running on fumes and hopium. Wyoming went through rigorous technical evaluations. They already had FRNT running on 7 major networks including Ethereum and Solana, but they specifically chose Hedera to join this exclusive club. And when a US state government puts their reputation behind a blockchain, that's institutional validation money can't buy. While crypto Twitter obsesses over meme coins and NFT profile pictures, Hedera's been quietly building the infrastructure that governments actually want. 10,000 transactions per second with fixed low fees. Carbon negative footprint. It literally absorbs more carbon than it produces. Try explaining that to your environmentally conscious portfolio manager. But the real kicker? This isn't Hedera's first rodeo with governments. Last July, the Reserve Bank of Australia tapped them for Project Acacia, a digital money exploration project focusing on market tokenization. Australia's central bank doesn't just pick random crypto projects for research, and remember Cask Capital? They tokenized rare whiskey barrels on Hedera, turning £100,000 investments into £100 NFT opportunities. Same network, same efficiency, now scaling to government-level operations. Meanwhile, HBAR price action tells a fascinating story. After touching 30 cents resistance, we're seeing what looks like a textbook correction to the 18 cents bullish order block. Technical analysts are calling this a higher low formation, exactly what you want to see in a healthy uptrend. FRNT isn't your typical algorithmic stablecoin backed by crypto hopium and committee prayers. This token is backed by actual cash and short-term treasury bonds, plus a 2% buffer for stability. That's how real institutions think about reserves. But the genius move? The interest generated from these reserves doesn't go to politicians or state coffers. It funds Wyoming's school foundation program. They've literally created a mechanism where blockchain adoption directly funds education. That's not just adoption, that's sustainable integration with real societal benefit. Our goal with FRNT is to set a new standard for how states leverage digital assets to better serve the public, said Anthony Apollo, executive director of the Wyoming Stable Token Commission. Translation: this is a template other states are watching closely. The technical setup on HBAR is equally compelling. Grayscale recently registered a Hedera Trust ETF because, nothing says institutional confidence like a regulated investment vehicle. The 18-cent support level isn't just a random number, it's actually a bullish order block where smart money accumulated before. Multiple catalysts are, converging simultaneously. Government adoption is happening through Wyoming. There's central bank research going on through Australia. Traditional finance is entering the space with Grayscale ETF registration. And real-world utility is showing up through tokenized assets. And, technically, HBAR is setting up what could be a textbook breakout scenario. The 18-cent support has held firm during this correction. Volume patterns suggest accumulation rather than distribution. If this level continues to hold, the path back to 30-cent resistance becomes highly probable. But more importantly, a breakout above 30 cents opens up the 39-cent target, representing significant upside for current holders. Volume will be the determining factor. HBAR's historical pattern shows that bullish expansions come with sharp volume increases. We're currently in the quiet accumulation phase where smart money positions before retail catches on. The Wyoming partnership launches FRNT distribution in phases, with Hedera integration coming in the open distribution phase. This creates a timeline where fundamental developments could align with technical breakout patterns. No trade is guaranteed, and HBAR faces legitimate challenges. If 18-cent support breaks on high volume, the next significant support sits much lower. The broader crypto market remains volatile, and regulatory uncertainty could impact any project regardless of government partnerships. Competition in the enterprise blockchain space is fierce. Ethereum continues upgrading, Solana keeps pushing performance boundaries, and newer layer ones are constantly emerging. Hedera's advantage today might not persist indefinitely. Government partnerships can be double-edged. While they provide legitimacy, they also increase regulatory scrutiny and political risk. Wyoming's crypto-friendly stance could change with future leadership. Wyoming's choice represents something larger than HBAR price action. We're witnessing the early stages of institutional crypto integration done right, not through speculative trading or meme-driven retail FOMO, but through careful technical evaluation and practical implementation. When state governments start building financial infrastructure on blockchain networks, that's not adoption, that's integration. The difference matters because integration creates sustainable, long-term value rather than speculative price pumps. HBR's enterprise focus, environmental sustainability, and proven government partnerships position it uniquely for this transition. Whether that translates to price appreciation depends on execution and market conditions, but the fundamental thesis is strengthening. HBR sits at a critical juncture where fundamental developments and technical patterns are converging. The Wyoming partnership validates the technology at a government level. The 18-cent support level offers a defined risk and reward setup for traders. The Grayscale ETF registration provides institutional access. For current holders, the 18-cent level becomes the line in the sand. Hold above, and 30 cents becomes the next logical target. Break above 30 cents, and 39 cents comes into play rapidly. But, if you lose 18-cent support, patience becomes essential until the next accumulation opportunity. The Wyoming story isn't just about one state adopting one blockchain. It's about proving that enterprise-focused crypto projects can deliver real-world utility while generating sustainable returns. Whether HBAR capitalizes on this opportunity will determine if it remains a niche enterprise play or breaks into mainstream institutional adoption. Keep watching volume, respect the technical levels, and remember, government partnerships don't guarantee profits, but they certainly change the risk profile. Disclaimer. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and should not be considered financial advice. Cryptocurrency investments involve significant risk and can result in substantial losses. The information presented reflects my personal analysis and opinion, not professional investment recommendations. Always conduct your own research, consider your risk tolerance, and consult with qualified financial advisors before making investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. I may hold positions in the cryptocurrencies discussed, which could create potential conflicts of interest. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, and remember that cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile and unpredictable. This video is not sponsored by Hedera, Wyoming, or any related entities.